Hey everybody! Today I'm going to show you how you can use Nearpod's Draw It skill and some of the other functions too for you to be able to put a PDF right in Canvas and have your students work on it there and then submit it back to you through Nearpod. So I think most of us are familiar with either using Seesaw activities or having students work in Notability to have them work on PDFs, and both of those are really good options. So if your students are familiar with those, you can just put a link in your Canvas course straight to a Seesaw activity, or you can create an assignment in Canvas and have the students upload their Notability work, and that is a really great way for them to turn things into you. But there are other occasions in which you'd really rather keep your students right within Canvas and not have them have to click outside of it. And so if that's the case for you, using Nearpod is a really great way for you to be able to send a PDF to students, have them work right on it, and then remain in Canvas the whole time. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. All right, I am in my Google Drive and I just have some PDFs that I got from Teacher Pay Teacher. Okay, so I need to download this PDF to my desktop. I think most of you are familiar with that, but I was going to take you through the whole process just in case. Okay, so I'll open that up. And then I have this whole entire chunk of PDFs, and that's not what I want. I just want my students to work on this third page right here, this rhythm one. So I'm going to go to print, and I will say save as PDF. And then I will say a custom page, because I just want page number 3, and that's this rhythm page. And so I'm going to go ahead and click save. And you can see, so maybe I'll say rhythm page 1. And I always like to save it to my desktop. I think that's the easiest place to find it. And click save. Okay, now if I go to my desktop, you will see lots of other messy stuff, but here's my rhythm page 1 right there as a PDF ready to move on. Okay, so that's our first step. Then you're going to go to Nearpod, and this is a free sign-in for teachers. There are some pay options that allow you more features, but you can still do tons of things just with the free option. So go ahead to Nearpod, Nearpod.com, and you can do the sign up for free, and I suggest you just go ahead and use your Google login. I'm going to log in since I already have an account, but you can sign up for free using that same process. Okay, so I'm going to log in with Google. And that'll take me right in to Nearpod, where I have a whole bunch of stuff that I've already created, but yours will just be an empty library, and you're going to come up here to create, and you can choose a lesson. And then Nearpod will just offer you this option to drag and drop a PDF file right here. So I'm going to go back to my desktop, drag and drop my PDF right on over there. And I would like it to make an individual slide. So I can click OK. And then I'm going to wait until it shows up here in Nearpod. During that time, I can change the title to Rhythm Page 1. Okay, now here is my sheet in Nearpod. As soon as I click on it, I get some more options. And so you see one of the options is this Convert to Draw It. So I'll click that. I don't need a copy of the original, so I'll say no. That means it's just going to turn that one page into a Draw It. Now, when I click on it, you will see that, let's minimize those. Here is my PDF, and here are the options that my students have for drawing, and we'll see that in a preview in just a second. Now, the thing I love about Nearpod is that you can also give instructions. So you can say, please place the, looks like we have city names here, city names in the correct column based on the rhythm of their words. Okay, and then I can also record those same instructions for students who might not be as strong of readers. And so I'll go ahead and do that as well. And there's an audio recorder built right in. As soon as I click this, it will record for me. Please place the city names in the correct column based on the rhythm of their words. Okay, there it is. I can trim it, I can delete it and re-record, or I can save it. Okay, now the only thing to not get confused about is Nearpod really looks different for you versus a student. So it doesn't look quite as neat and tidy for you as it will for your students. But never fear, after you click save, then it will give you an opportunity to preview it as a student. So we're going to look at it in student view now and see what it will look like for them. So here's my instructions. Here's please place the recorded version of it. The students can minimize that and then they can see my whole page. And down here they have all of the options that you would need to color, to write or draw. They can change all of their stuff. They can add text. They can even import a picture, upload an image if they need to, and then there's the eraser function too. Okay, so this is what it will look like for my students. All right, let's go ahead now and save and exit. Now, we can see that it has made a Nearpod page right here, and I have the option to do live participation. This is something you would do if you wanted your students to move through the presentation with you at a given time in class, and that's a really cool option. But for our embedding in Canvas, we're going to go ahead and do student paste. So I'm going to click student paste, and I want to require student responses so they can't skip it. Now, this lesson will stay live for 29 days. If you need it to be live for longer than that, then you would just go in and create a new student lesson. Now, this is where it's important. If you are going to link it into Clever, which I've done many times and works really great, then you would just use this link right here. But for today, since we're putting it in Canvas, we're going to click the embed. Okay, so I'd like it to be, I think I might want it to be large so that the students can really see what they're doing. And then I'm going to copy the embed code, and I'll just kind of hang on to that while I go over to my Canvas course. Okay, so here's the Canvas course that you might have or whatever yours would look like. And you have two choices with this. If you want to just put it straight on your Monday page, you can do that. So maybe you want to put a whole bunch of stuff on your Monday page. Maybe you're going to put a video, and then you'd like to put your Nearpod stuff, and then some other things that'll just kind of run straight down as a page. That'll be really convenient for your students to be able to see everything that they need. You can do that. Remember that whenever we embed, we always come over to the HTML editor. And so we're just going to delete what's in there right now and come over to the editor. And then those are just blank lines is what that is. And I can just paste the embed code from Nearpod right into my editor, okay? And then I will save it, and now we get to see what it looks like. We're gonna wait for it to print in there. Great, okay, so when students click the Monday button, they will see this Nearpod link, and it will already have their name put into it because it pulls it from Canvas. So it already knows that my name is Emily Drabyn. All I have to do is say join the lesson. And then here are my instructions. There's where I can listen to it. Please place the... And then I have all of these drawing things down here. So I'm going to take a minute and just fill a couple of these in so that you can see what it looks like on the back end for you to kind of check. So let's move this over here. Let's put my text. Let's see, I think I need it right over there. And I'll make it nice and small. And then I'll type in, here is my text. And then maybe I want to draw some things. So I'll draw my answer right here. And I will highlight some words over here. I just want to show you all of the functions that you can use in this drawing page. And then I can submit it right from the Canvas page, and then they're done. And it will give them a prompt to start over if they need to, or at that point they can move right on down with whatever other assignments that you had them do. If you would prefer to send it to your student as an assignment, you're going to do that exact same process. You're just going to come to plus assignment. And you can give it a name, rhythm page 1. And then you're going to come in here, switch over to the editor, paste in, let's see if we still have it. We sure do. You can assign it 10 points. You can say who you're going to submit it to, and you can assign it to everyone, or you can assign it to particular students. You can give it a due date. I'm going to say it's due on Friday at 4 o'clock. So it will pull down the assignment at that point, and it's available from right now to Friday. Great. And so then I can click Save and Publish. And this will send that assignment to all of the students that I mentioned. And again, here's the Nearpod lesson for them. Okay. And so this time, let's change my name to Sample Student. Join the lesson. And oh, it gave me the same one that I did before because it knows that it's my Canvas account. But your students would have a blank one, obviously, because they have different Canvas accounts than I do. And I'm just going to try and submit it. And I want to have a couple ones for you to see. Okay, now your students are working on your assignment. You're going to head back over here to Nearpod. And you're going to open your assignments. And you're going to see reports. And here's your assignment. So you can open it and check what's happening, and you can see that 100% of your students have answered. And here's our sample student and what they did. So you're going to come over here to the Draw It, and you can actually see the drawing that sample student did. And that is where you will see all of the stuff from your own students right here in Nearpod. Okay. So I think it's a really great option, and while you're in Nearpod, you might want to also explore some of the other options that Nearpod gives you in your lessons. So when you create a lesson, not only can you add those draw its to a PDF, which is super great, but you also have the option of embedding video that you can have stop at certain times and ask your students questions. You can also do all of these activities. You can ask them open-ended questions. You can create quizzes, link to a Flipgrid, fill in the blanks, collaboration boards, which are a lot like Padlets. They can do the draw it. You can have them fill out a poll. And so you can have them work through a presentation in which they interact with things in really interesting and engaging ways. And then you can just embed that right into your Canvas course, and the students can interact with it right in your page without having to do any clicking around to other things. So hopefully that was helpful for you. If you have any questions about that, feel free to let me know, and I'll be happy